Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Sunday, April 7th, 2024, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Now Mind You podcast.
Ow, ow, ow,
Ba-ba-ba-bang!
ow, ow,
Buckshot,
ow.
buckshot, buckshot. This is episode 108 Combat, and we are your hosts. I'm TJ.
Bryce.
Matt had a scheduling conflict, but he will be back with us next week because you want to know why? Next week is going to be UFC 300, 300,
Mm,
300. So, of course, we're all going to be here to talk about that because that card is fucking crazy.
Great
Um,
stat.
with that, in terms of announcements, as far as the docket is concerned, we will be going over UFC Vegas 90, aka UFC Fight Night, Al versus Curtis 2, which took place at the UFC Apex Arena in Las Vegas. So the smaller venue, but still pretty dope fights. We had at lightweight opener Peak versus Campbell. Then we had Bahamondes versus Kiagos at lightweight. We had featherweight Shahriel versus Mariscal. Then we had at featherweight Hernandez versus Jackson, and this was the co-main event. And of course, main event was the second meeting of Brendan Allen and Chris Curtis at middleweight. With that, before we get into it, I'd also like to say we're going to be adding in a new section going forward to kind of keep things interesting, but we're going to give our fight picks slash predictions for the main card of UFC 300 right when we get toward the end there. But yes, let's go ahead and let's go over Fight Night Curtis Allen 2. We start off with at lightweight Trevor Peek and Charlie Campbell. Now, if I understand correctly, Charlie Campbell was actually a teammate of Ali Quinta, Aljamain Sterling, and Merab Dvalishvili in that he trains with Sarah Longo out in Long Island, New York. So Charlie Campbell, I believe, was coming off of the Contender Series and didn't do well in his debut, or at least I think in the Contender Series, like he failed to get a contract, came back, and this was kind of like his redemption song. Uh, very, very good at his jujitsu. Like anytime Charlie Campbell and Trevor Peek got into a grappling exchange, even if Trevor Peek was the one who initiated the takedown, Charlie Campbell was slick getting to the back and holding Trevor Peek in like some pretty bad situations. With that being said, too, Trevor Peek was no slouch. I think the commentators were kind of on the money. It was a battle for Trevor Peek trying to figure out how to control his aggression and his emotions. Sometimes there were too much aggression, and Campbell would kind of capitalize on it, right? But it was like honestly, they said it was a unanimous decision, but I thought the fight was pretty close. I definitely would have given round two to Peak, round one and three for sure Campbell. But I feel like round one may have been, or I should say round three may have been a little bit closer. But all in all, good win for Charlie Campbell. I don't think it's over for Trevor Peak. I don't think that at all. I think he comes back, but it was a decent opener. Um, yeah, Bryce, you got any numbers?
Yeah, pretty much. It's actually interesting, TJ. It doesn't it looks like Charlie Campbell had a definitive victory. He was pretty much the more active fighter, save for takedowns. Uh Charlie Campbell had 100 out of 153 total strikes,
Yeah,
54 out
his
of 100
boxing
was
was crisper.
significant.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
No, I said his boxing was crisper, actually.
Yeah. And he had 4 out of 10 takedowns, while Trevor had 62 out of 118 total strikes. 47 out of those were out of 79 were significant strikes, and then he had 2 out of 3 takedowns. So, yeah, only in grappling or takedowns rather did Trevor have the advantage. But like you said, sounds like Charlie just completely took over the jujitsu aspect of it.
Yeah, he did.
Sounds like he was just kind of outmatched in
A
in
little
the in
bit.
yeah.
Oh. With that, though, let's transition to the lightweight bout. Ignacio Bahamondes, who actually fights uh, for Chile by way of Chicago. He trains over at Valley Flow with Bilal Muhammad and them
Oh wow.
versus Christos Giagos. Look, bro, first of all, hold on. Let me look at Ignacio Bahamondes' stats. I gotta confirm something. I think that dude's like 6 feet.
I would
Yeah, he's like 75
confirm.
inches in height. He's way over 6 feet. He's probably my like 6'2" or 6'3" or something like that. And this man is fighting over at fucking lightweight. So he's fighting at 155. And I think Christos Thiagos weighed in at the 156 limit.
Yeah, there
Um
was a lot of people that didn't make weight, right?
No, they both of these guys made weight. I think there were a couple folks in the prelims, and
Uh,
then I think Alex Hernandez didn't make weight in his bout. But that being said, Ignacio Bahamondes, man, like I texted Matt and Bryce, I was like, he just hit like an anime style finish.
that
Um,
kick was crazy.
bro, like lights out. The reason why I said anime style, it wasn't just like, oh, he kicked him and he dropped. He kicked him. Dude flew back like 2 or 3 feet, hit the cage, and dropped off a high
Collapsed.
roundhouse kick. I was like, oh shit. No need for a follow-up. Like, no need for a
Yeah.
follow-up. He knew what time it was, walked off, let the ref do his thing.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep. You
Crazy.
know somebody messed up when they got their hand over themselves. You just
It's like crazy.
defeat.
Yeah. Yeah. That was like that's a highlight reel finish. I like it doesn't say that he got a bonus on the UFC page, which is a shame because it's definitely bonus worthy.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, definitely got that freaky fast finish. Bryce, you got any numbers for this one? I don't even
Oh
think.
yeah. I don't think the numbers count. I think that kick pretty much. So let's just do it. Ignacio Bahamondes, 40 out of 69 total strikes, 40 out of 68 significant strikes.
Mm.
Christos, 18 out of 46 total strikes, 17 out of 45 significant strikes. One 0 out of one takedown attempt. Yeah, it was that he wasn't the one. I saw the sometimes they do like they make reels for the fighters.
Yeah.
And I just noticed one thing about Ignacio's reel. It's like everybody get knocked the fuck out with the same kick. Everybody caught the same kick and just was asleep. So,
He's got
hey,
melatonin in his foot, bro.
he got yeah.
He
He
just
got a
he got a
leg sleep.
tattoo on his like instep. It says nap time.
Yeah. He got the toe of the sand. He got Sandman toes. He sprinkled them joints when he kicked. That's what how he go to sleep.
Every time he kicks, he puts a hand over, he puts a finger over his mouth and goes, shh. Like,
Uh,
he's not allowed to use his kick in the training room because it just puts everybody to sleep. It's like, oh, you're right.
he not allowed to like jump in training because they afraid like he gonna make everybody like knock out and ruin the training.
Simultaneously, one kick.
Yeah,
Oh my, yeah, that was just insane.
insane.
Um, Next up, we had a featherweight bout. We had Morgan, the last pirate Chariel versus Chepe Mariscal. This was at featherweight. In all 3 rounds. We actually last saw Morgan Chariel, I think, in the UFC Fight Night Paris. Um, was it the Gan? I feel like it was the Gan versus was it Gan Tuivasa? No, it had to be sooner. It had to be a little later than that. It was the last Paris card. Hold on.
Mm.
A Zucchini. Yeah, that was in September. Which card was that? Yeah, no, bro. Yes, watch the replay or watch a recap, whatever. It was gone, but it was gone versus Spivak.
Okay.
Which was that was in Paris. But anyway, that was his UFC debut, I believe, and he kind of made a splash on the scene because this dude comes into the UFC with a lot of experience. Like I think he's already like what 20 fights deep in his career, at
20
least 20.
fights. Oh, wait.
Hold on, let's look at his overall. Yeah, 10 win. I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm 19 wins, 9 losses, and one no contest. Right. So this dude, yeah, he's like at least 20 fights deep as of this point, right? And then Chepe, Chepe's Chepe. But the reason why I'm like highlighting Morgan is because, okay, spoiler alert, he lost a split decision.
Mm.
However, personally, if
Oh,
we're looking at damage done, you look at whose face looks like they won and whose face looks like they didn't win. Morgan looks like the winner, and Chepe looks like he got hurt.
that's
There
interesting.
now
That's
I
interesting.
I could see round three maybe playing a significant role, at least in the judges' mind, if that served to influence the outcome. Only because round three there was a moment where Chepe did hurt Morgan, and then Morgan was like up against the fence. He was like trying to dodge, but he was taking a lot of shots to the dome and to the body. But other than that, bro, I think Morgan had Chepe's number when it comes to grappling, when it
Mm.
comes to fence wrestling, when it comes to kicking, when it comes to striking, when it comes to defense. Bro, you know how like for instance with the boxer Vasily Lomachenko, how they refer to it like as being in the matrix, the zone.
Yeah.
I kid you not, Bryce. There were some moments where the last pirate had Mariscal hitting air. Like his head was already gone. Bro, there was a sequence where Mariscal threw at least two or three punches at Shahier's head. Not only did Shahier dodge every single one, he
Oh,
also executed a fucking double leg. This wasn't from like they're in the middle of the ring, Bryce. This was like Mariscal had him dead to rights up against the fence. Dude was just not there and transitioned into the one of the slickest double legs I've seen this side of the Mississippi, dog. Like
okay.
it was. I'm saying we need to keep an eye on this dude because the decision didn't go his way, but I'm saying like there's something there, man. There is something there. That's where I'm gonna leave it at. Like
The
just
potential.
this
It's
is
the
my
potential.
endorsement, barring any like, oh, we found his tweets. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Because like
That's
you put
always a
you
factor in
put
play. The
you
tweets.
put your you put your
The
you put your shit
tweets.
behind somebody's wagon or some shit like that, and then a tweet goes, you're like, fuck, like
Bro,
right? But it's
fuck
like
UFC titles, fuck undefeated streaks, nigga. The tweets are undefeated.
the tweets are undefeated. So
The
it's like,
tweets.
barring any fucking unsavory social media shit, I say
Any
this.
wild ass pictures, wild
Any
ass
wild
like
any wild ass shit, period, right?
any yeah.
Like this is a dude we need to watch out for. That's what I'll say there, man.
Yes. All right, so let me go over these numbers. So Morgan Charriere, 75 out of 139 total strikes, 49 out of 104 significant strikes, and 2 out of 5 takedowns. Chepe, 121 out of 199 total strikes, 71 out of 137 significant strikes, and 1 out of 8 takedowns.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro, like
Well, no,
the
like
numbers don't
Howard
lie.
was
The numbers don't lie. But I'm just saying, if you look at visual damage, I don't know.
Howard doesn't lie. Like that's always a factor too that I think people should like somebody's power can make such a big difference when it comes to like that end result.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have to keep that in mind. But that makes you say like, yo, like if it's a close fight and like at the end of it, the refs are trying to figure out who the fuck won. If
Mm-hmm.
you have that power to make a motherfucker look like I don't know, like a Martian, like the way Zhang Wei Li did
Oh
um
no.
Joanna,
Joanna. Oh no.
that's they gonna have to don't yo them punches matter a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, that's a good point. I think the example was extreme, but that is a good point.
That was the first one I thought of. Man, Johanna's still the truth. One of the
uh,
greatest.
true. True.
Respect on Johanna. But them Zhang Wei Li got that power. She could pick up Ngannou. She punching people.
Yeah. It's probably
She
a
punching
law.
ladies in the face.
Yeah. Oh,
Shit.
oh man. With that, let's go into the co-main event.
Let's
We
go into the
had
co-main.
Alex Hernandez versus Damon Jackson. Featherweight. Okay, look, it was. I'm gonna just be real, y'all. The last two co-main and main event weren't the best fights for me.
Mm,
Um, it's like this. It was close. I thought Alex Hernandez was doing a decent job in the first round. I mean, Alex Hernandez, he's got like it's like he's got all the things he needs to become the best in the world. I'm not kidding. Like he's got it all, but somehow it just doesn't seem to come together.
mm,
I don't know how to explain because like you look at his record, it's like, bro, his debut? He literally knocked out Beneil Dariush. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? It's like
Yeah,
the pieces are there.
coming
They're not
together.
coming together right, right? So it was Alex Hernandez versus Damon Jackson. Like Damon Jackson, to his credit, was doing a good job of stopping Hernandez's momentum. I think leg kicks played a factor too. Grappling definitely played a factor as well. I know he was able to slow the fight down to a certain degree by putting Alex Hernandez in some tough grappling positions, but ultimately, Damon Jackson got that split decision win, man. Um, it's just what it is, man. Bryce, you got those numbers.
Of course, I got them numbers, fam. I stay with the numbers. Let's see. Damon Jackson, 85 out of 135 total strikes, 42 out of 85 significant strikes, 3 out of 7 takedowns. Alexander Hernandez, like you said, TJ, it just doesn't seem like he had got 56 out of 119 total strikes, 32 out of 87 significant strikes, 0 takedowns.
Hmm.
Yeah, like sometimes I think the way you swim in the division says a lot in regard like mental is important, and it might be that he has all the pieces together, just maybe not mentally he's not there. It's just maybe like they don't come. He might be one of those fighters that in training he's a fucking monster and they know it's there. It's just when
Yeah,
it's in the cage, like there's just a difference or there's just a miss.
yeah,
And that's sad. You just hope them fighters get it together. Like, I feel like Charles is an example of that. Charles Oliveira. Or Jorge. Jorge at the end of his UFC career.
yeah,
You know? That one knockdown kind of gave him that push for at least a title shot. Two title shots. No,
yeah.
it was just one. And then Charles, like,
I mean, I guess if you count BMF,
yeah, BMF. Yeah, BMF title.
I mean, yeah,
Um,
I know. Like I know, bro.
and Charles, he went on that undefeated streak and ended up getting the belt and losing to Islam.
Yeah,
And honestly, we're not even we not you can't bow you can't say Charles ain't in the game, fam. We can't do that no more. We can't underestimate Charles Oliveira. That
no,
was a fun title run. That was a
yeah.
fun, yeah.
He was on a tear for sure.
He was on a tear with it wasn't Tony that was the start, but he was definitely the one that got people's attention
Hmm.
because he dominated that fight. He dominated Tony.
All right, with that, let's get into the main event. Brendan Allen versus Chris Curtis too. Okay, to me, it felt like a snoozer to a certain degree. I don't know. It just wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be personally. But this is what I will say, especially if you've watched a lot of Chris Curtis's fights. The key to beating Chris Curtis is to just not play his game. He's a counter striker, does not
Mm.
like to kick or even really grapple for that matter. So it's like if you kick and you grapple and you don't give him anything to counter strike off of, you shut him down. That wasn't the case here. Brendan Allen was game through and through. However, Brendan Allen played the striking game, but he also played the grappling game. And very early on in the first round, he actually had Chris Curtis in back control a few times. But Extreme Couture, they work on their fucking grappling defense. Like
Mm.
there were, I think every single round, there was a moment where it's like you could just picture somebody telling Chris, "Hey, just stand up," and he just fucking did. Like, like he just did out of back control, Bryce. So it's like, what the fuck? Um, and Chris Curtis true to form, like he's not just a headhunter, right? He'll punch to the body, so on and so forth. But Brendan Allen was game through and through, bro. Look, at the last round, they just put all the bullshit aside. I think there was like a slight foul. I forget if it was an eye poke or accidental hit to the groin,
Mm.
but there was a foul. But then like they were just kind of going at it on the side of the fence, just swinging and banging. But at some point, bro, Chris Curtis's hamstring just straight up popped.
Ah,
Like he stayed with it in the middle of the fight, but as soon as that buzzer went off, you saw him collapse. It was yeah, it was one of those like you wouldn't necessarily wish that on your worst enemy because that's always rough. I
yeah.
was thinking about it this morning while I was working out. I was like, man, I've been in a situation like where I like, popped a ligament on my body. Not fun,
No.
but usually your body gives you some warning signs leading up to that shit. So it could have been a straw that broke the camel's back type situation.
Yeah.
But yeah. Ugh. Anyway, Brendan Allen got that split decision win. So now they're 1 for 1. This could be cause for an eventual third one down the line, especially let's say one of them manages to get to either championship contention position, right? Or one of them eventually gets gold. Hey, you definitely have a story for a run back if they're 1-1.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's always gonna be
Yeah,
always them type of fighters or fights are always like the fun ones that could come
yeah,
about.
yeah. What are those numbers looking like?
Let's look at them numbers. Brendan Allen, 128 out of 242 total strikes,
Shit.
112 out of 222 significant strikes, 6 out of 13 takedowns. Chris Curtis, 141 out of 261 total strikes, 124 out of 241 total significant strikes, and zero takedowns. It's exactly as you said, TJ. A lot of people were saying that Chris won that. Well, I think I saw someone say that Chris Curtis won that fight. Off the numbers, just off striking, Chris did do it. He has
Yeah,
the more total strikes and the significant strikes. But this might be the case where, them takedowns, fam. 6 out of
yeah,
13 takedowns and you got none.
yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't look good on a scorecard.
Here's the other thing too that probably didn't help Chris Curtis's case, Bryce. There were a few times where it's like Brendan Allen, like let's say he escaped out of back control or somehow did a sweep and got Brendan on his back. Curtis didn't capitalize on it. He refused to like go ground and pound or engage on the grappling tip. He basically stood up and had the ref stand Allen up, right? So that like
Okay.
that refusal maybe to engage on the ground could have also had an influence on the decision.
Yeah,
Personally, I think, but
yeah,
I'm not a ref. I'm not a judge. But
yeah.
yeah,
All right. So we doing these predictions.
Hells yeah, man. Let's get
Okay.
into it. UFC 300.
All right. So you want to go first? You want me to go first?
All right, do we want to start at the opener? Or do we want to go main event down? Like, do you want to
Let's
go
go
descending or
opener. Let's
ascending?
go opener to main event. I
Okay.
feel like that would be better.
All
All
right.
right.
So we got Bo Nickel versus Cody Brundage.
I have Bo Nickel. I think you know what? I feel like let's see, is Cody Brundage ranked?
Uh, no, I'm not seeing a
No.
ranking next to his name.
Okay, so then I'm giving it to Bo Nickel. I just think, they're still feeding him. It's crazy he's on the main card. It's absolutely nuts. But fuck it. Bo Nickel the opener. Let's go. I thought Charles and Armin were gonna open. I'm like, that's just fucking crazy if Bo
Yeah.
Nichols fight after theirs.
Yeah.
Um, but 5-0, people are getting on the Bo train. People believe. If anybody watch wrestling, you got that reference. But yeah, I gotta go Bo Nickel. What about you, TJ?
Um, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Cody Brundage.
Okay.
He's got experience, man. It's like I wouldn't be surprised if Nichols somehow won, but some of Bo Nichols wins. Like I still think
He do got that scratchy one. That one that was just like,
that one where he clearly hit dude in the groin. It was up against not Woodburn. I think it was up against when he won against Pickett, his debut. I
mm,
still feel like he hit Pickett in the groin and that was never really counted.
yeah.
Um, but I'm uh I'm gonna go for the OG. I'm gonna give it to Brundage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one, lightweight bout: Charles Oliveira versus Arman Sarakian. Sarakian.
Sarukian.
Sarukian.
All right, this is
I'm not ruling out Charles Oliveira, fam. He on the build up to the next one. I feel like this will be a lightweight. I feel like Charles will have enough clout to go for a second title shot.
look,
Um,
look,
you know
bro.
what? If Charles has a problem making weight, I'm going
Uh-oh.
Armand.
That's
If
a good call
Charles
out.
makes weight and it's clean, I'll go. I'm keeping Charles, but it depends on that weigh in. It all
Yeah,
depends
I
on that
mean
weigh.
that's literally what cost him the belt
Yeah.
one time, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And then he had to fight for it against Islam, but lost it still.
Yep.
Um, I mean, if we got Super Saiyan Charles, bro, like
Can't go
I
against.
can't go against it. But then there's something about Armin Sarukian that reminds me of Ilya Topuria, low key, like in that. But then it's like, bro, we'll see Charles eat shots that would put anyone
Anybody down and then throw
out
one
and
shot
then
and then they bodies just
either
like
throw one
flabbergasted.
shot or somehow get to their neck,
Yep.
right? Like I'm
Yep.
just like, but I gotta go with Super Saiyan Charles, man.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Du Bronx. Got to. I'm not ruling Armin Surugan. I remember these are predictions. We could very well be wrong.
Yes, indeed.
It's Charles though. He's made a strong case for himself
The
over the
champ has
last
a
few
name.
years. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charles Du Bronx.
I mean, shit. All right, now. Oh God. All right, next one. Lightweight for the BMF belt.
Gaethje
We
Holler.
have Gaethje and Holloway. All right, I'm gonna say this, man. Gaethje will literally die on his sword,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna go with Max Holloway. The
Ooh,
reason it's Max Holloway. The
that's
other
true.
reason, though, he actually is preparing for gaining muscle mass. Well, I shouldn't say muscle mass, but he's doing the right thing to get ready to fight at lightweight. That's what I'm going to say, right? He's
Yeah.
actually putting the weight on, the muscle on correctly, as opposed to last time he tried fighting at lightweight, and it's like it just looked like he was flabby. We're not
Yeah.
seeing that version of Max Holloway this time around. So, and I mean, Max Holloway's already fucking just a damage machine.
Yeah.
So like with him having like a little bit increased power, bro. I mean, if his speed suffers, that's a little bit different because that's always a risk going up,
Yeah.
right? The speed slows down, but it's like, I don't know, dog. I think we're seeing a different Holloway. I'm gonna go with Holloway. But we know that Justin Gaethje is also like a highlight machine too. So
Highlight machine and
I
them
mean,
leg kicks, man.
yeah, we got
Them
two
leg,
highlight machines coming at us.
yeah.
But I'm gonna say I think the title might change hands. I'm gonna go Holloway.
I'm gonna go
I also
Gaethje.
like Holloway. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Gaethje. I think Gaethje got it. I just think in them exchanges is gonna be very interesting. But you know, when Gaethje fought, what's that guy? Not the Russian. He's not Russian, but he wears that hat. Um, uh, it wasn't the fight. It was the fight before Poirier.
Oh,
Uh,
Fiziev. Because that was
Aziz.
literally like
Yeah, I just think
yeah, Rafael Fiziev. Yeah.
Rafael Fiziev. Yeah, you know, I think Poirier and Fiziev have a little. I mean, don't get me wrong, we do have lightweight Holloway, but I still have to go off of just like what we've seen before, and
Hmm.
I just think Holloway. Uh, I just think Gaethje's kind of used to power, and he still makes his way around that. Um, I mean, save for Charles, but honestly, Charles did the smart move. He dropped Gaethje and then choked him. He said,
I don't
I'm not
want
trying to
any
knock
piece
you
of
out.
those hands. Yeah.
I'm not trying to knock you out.
Not you.
No, not you
Specifically not you.
specifically." You ain't about to do no cartwheel off. You ain't about to flip off this cage for me. No, you not.
Not over my
Not
unconscious
over
body.
me. Yeah, I gotta go Gaethje.
That's fair. All
All
right.
right,
Oh,
women's strawweight. Zhang Wei Li, Xiao Nan Yan. I gotta go Zhang Wei Li. I
I'm
got
trying to
she
think.
she she used to this.
Oh, I do remember seeing Jan versus Dern. Then Jan versus Andrade. Did I watch that? Even I'm gonna have to go away lead, man. Like that. She's
Yeah,
just,
man.
bro, she's just different.
She different.
She's different, man. Like she got her title back and she just who did she was it against Cookie Monster or was it Carla Esparza that she took it from? Yeah, it
I think it was
was.
as far as
And she just like dismantled Carla Esparza. And this was like a new improved version of Carla Esparza too. And she
yeah,
just took her apart. And then she took she made Amanda Lemos look tired. like just
yeah.
like ah man, is Zhang Wei Li like the Alex Volkanovski uh
She might
in his
be, fam.
prime, like for the women's strawweight, dude?
She is
Like
a problem, bro. And
she's,
she don't disappear.
no,
She
not at
ready.
all.
She like, what I'm fighting next? Bam, you just fought.
And
And
like, answer my question.
who fighting me next? You're the champ, ma'am. You fought already. You're not answering my question. You want to get picked up, don't you? No, ma'am, I don't want to get picked up. All right,
So,
then go give me a fight. I'm fighting.
you want to get picked up, don't you? It's wild. Uh, yeah, I think we're unanimous for Sean Whaley. But it's actually crazy too because it's China on China in a women's title fight, bro. I think that's a
Yeah,
first.
that's awesome.
That's pretty sick that it's
Yeah,
gotten
that's gonna be fucking awesome. I bet
that
this pay per
that
view gonna do
far.
numbers.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, bro. All right, main event. The Wrath of Glover
The Wrath of Glover.
versus the cause of Glover's wrath.
Yeah,
Oh shit. Alex Pereira
it was
versus
written. This
Jamal
fight was
Hill.
written.
Oh my God. It was preordained.
Yeah.
Oh, oh shit, dude. Oh,
Pahea was like, "Hey, Izzy, you wait. You gonna wait. I'll be back
I gotta handle
first.
something for Glover right
I
quick.
gotta head. I gotta get vengeance for my nigga."
Oh shit, and it's the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas, bro.
Yeah,
Jamal Hill does well in Vegas.
Jamal Hill does well in Vegas, but it is fucking Pahea.
It's fucking Vegas. Ah,
Here's
this
what I'm
is
gonna say.
hard, dude.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm going with Jamal because I
He's
feel like
definitely motivated.
he's experienced power like Pahea's before
Yeah,
with Johnny Walker. It's just he
yeah,
hasn't fought someone as precise and as patient as Pahea.
yeah,
If Jamal could switch it up, get on some ground shit with
yeah,
Pahea,
dude.
he could do it. I gotta
It's
root for Jamal.
it
I
is
got to.
MMA. This isn't
It
just a
is MMA.
kickboxing bout.
Yeah,
Um,
fam. And I think Jamal talked to Izzy. Bro, I just don't. I just hope Jamal said he gonna knock him out. I'm like, bro, however you get this nigga down, get him down. Get him down. I'm rooting for Jamal. I got Jamal. I
no,
gotta root for
bro.
the
I
crib,
I
bro.
gotta I gotta root for Jamal Hill as well. I'm just concerned, like,
I'm concerned too.
I'm just concerned, but it's like, cause
Hey, bro, the wrath of
like,
Glover is real, bro.
it's real, dude. Oh
That Jerry shit
man,
was crazy.
oh my God. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jamal only because if Pereira just keeps it to a stand-up game, he probably has the advantage.
Yeah,
Let's be real. I mean, I know Jamal's experienced power, like you said, with Johnny Walker, but it's like Pereira is kind of a different breed. His
yeah,
left hook like just ends people. Whether he gets you in the body or the head, you
And
are
them
going to
kicks,
get
man.
hurt.
Them leg kicks.
And the leg kicks, it's like he doesn't even telegraph them. And they
Mm-hmm.
just do damage on impact, bro. Could have
Yeah.
sworn that the dude just like kind of nudged you with his leg, and I was like, why is my shit swollen? Um, but like, but it's Jamal Hill.
Yeah.
Like, I, he's got every aspect covered. And like I mean, he took the belt from Glover,
Yeah.
so it's like, all right, man, he's already got a win in that camp, right? So yeah, I'm gonna go with Jamal. I'm standing on it. I'm standing on business. Jamal Hill.
All right.
Jamal Hill.
Jamal Hill.
All right, y'all. So those are our picks for UFC 300. Tune in next week to see if we were on the money or if we just completely shit the bed.
That's
But
gonna be a funny one.
yeah, it's like, oh, we were completely out. Or to be like, oh, we should have put money on this. But nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't gamble, y'all. Don't play into that system. But with that, y'all, this has been the combat episode of the Now Mind You podcast, episode 108 to be exact. Thank you so much for listening. Please continue sharing this, spreading the word. Thank you for your support. If you're looking for the podcast, you can find it on any podcast distribution platform. Just search for Now Mind You Podcast. If you're looking for us on social media, at Now Mind You Pod on everything. NOWMINDYOUPOD. If you're looking for me, you can find me on Instagram at Tuss4Skate. That's TUSS __SKATE. Bryce, where can they find you?
Instagram at Ashe_Onsa. That's AXE_ONCA, baby. Where can they find Matt? Because you know his promo game strong.
Hey, bro, he's Matt Hambrick on everything. That's at MATTHAMBRIC. With that, y'all, thank you so much. We'll catch you next week. Have a great week. Peace.
Peace.